Hello everyone, good morning students. Dear students, in previous class we take and discuss a very important chapter of your syllabus which is areas related to circle, and in that class we discuss all the important concept, all the important questions related to your NCERT exercise. Based on them we already discussed about that questions. Okay, now in today's class we take and start a very important chapter of your syllabus which is what? Statistics. Dear students, in previous class, in class 9th, you already discussed about some concept related to statistics, and in that class we discussed about the central tendency. In central tendency there are three important things is there: mean, median and mode. We already discussed about all these topics in previous classes. Now dear students, in today's class we take and start a very important chapter which is statistics. Statistics, which is very important for you and your upcoming examination. In statistics we discuss about the three important things: mean, median and mode. So first of all, dear students, we are going to discuss about the topic mean. You know that what is the concept of mean? Dear students, if we have some data, and if we divide, we have some collection of data, and if we divide the sum of observation to the number of observations, okay, then we obtain the mean. So mean is also called as average. And dear friends, the formula for the mean of an ungrouped data. In previous class, we discussed about the mean for an ungrouped data, and you know that the mean for an ungrouped data is what? Sum of observation divided by what? Number of observations. This is the common formula to find the mean of any ungrouped data. But in class 10th we discuss about the mean for group data. We discuss about mean for grouped data. We discuss about what? Mean for grouped data. Okay dear friends, this is the very important topics related to your chapter. Okay, mean for grouped data, this is very important topic. Okay, now, so dear friend, in group data we have some observations, means some variables, and their respective frequencies are also given. Okay, like that. So in there are three methods to find the calculate the mean of the mean for group data. First method is what? Direct method. Second method is what? Shortcut method, and also we known as assumed mean method. This is also known as shortcut method. We find the mean of the given data by shortcut method. And the next and last important method to find the mean for group data is what? Step deviation method. Step deviation method. So we discuss all three important methods to find the mean of an group data one by one. Now, first of all, we are going to take and discuss the direct method to find the mean of an group data by the direct method. Okay, now let's see. Now, dear friends, we are going to discuss about the mean. To find the mean, to find, now look, now we write in this way. Now this is about to find the mean of grouped data by which method? By direct method. By direct method. By direct method. Okay. Dear friends, in previous class we discussed about we find the mean of ungrouped data, and in ungrouped data we have only observations. We just apply the formula sum of observations divided by the number of observations and dividing them, and we in this way we get our result. But now, dear students, in that class 10 we discuss about the group data. In group data we have some observations and also we have their respective frequencies, like that. So we have some observation like x1, x2, x3 and dot so on xn, and also we have their respective frequencies are there, f1, f2, f3 and dot so on fn. Now what is the method to find the mean of that data by direct method? To indirect method, first of all we form another column, and in this way we obtain f into x, means the multiplication of variables and their corresponding frequencies. Like in this way we obtain f1 x1, f2 x2, f3 x3 and fn xn and fn xn. Now after that we adding frequencies, means sigma f, sigma or summation f means what? Sum of frequencies, okay, is there, and means f1 plus f2 plus n dot 1 fn, and also we adding them, means the product of frequencies and variables, means sigma fn xn, we also adding them. Now after that we using the formula for mean. So in direct method, formula for mean, x bar, the symbol of mean is denoted by x bar is equal to sigma f into x upon sigma f. This is the very important formula to find the mean of the group data by the direct method. Okay, so using that formula, in this way we find the mean. So first of all, in that type of method, in direct method, we have variables and their corresponding frequencies. So we prepare a column, and in this column we just multiply the variables and their corresponding frequencies. In this way we get f1 x1 f2 f2 in this way after adding them, and also we adding their frequency, and after that we apply the formula sigma fx upon sigma f, and using that formula we obtain their mean. Okay dear students, so this is the method, this is the direct method to calculating the mean of the group data. Now dear students, we take and solve some important questions based on these topics. Let's see. Now dear student, we are going to take and solve the question based on them. Find the mean of the following distribution. The question is find the mean of the following distribution. Find the mean of the following distribution, and your distribution is variables and their respective frequencies is given there. 469, 469, 10, 15, 10, 15, 4, 6, 9, 10, 15, and frequencies is 5, 10, 10, 5, 10, 10, 7 and 8, 7 and 8. Okay, now what I do, we just simplify them. This is the grouped frequency distribution. This is the group data, because of we have the variables as well as their respective, their corresponding frequencies are there also. Okay, now we find their mean. So for finding their mean, we just apply by using the direct method. Okay, so first of all we prepare, given that in this way we write the variables, and in another column we write their corresponding frequencies, and we form one more column to obtain f into x. Now look, the variables are 4, 6, 9, 10, 15. Okay, now their corresponding frequencies are 5, 10, 10, 7 and 8. Now what I do? Now after that we prepare a column for f into x. Okay, for f into x. So for f into x, so we multiply just f into x. 4 5s are 20, 10 6s are 60, 10 9s are 90, 10 7s are 70, 120. This is 120. Now we know that the formula in direct method is was sigma fx upon sigma f. Okay, this is the formula for finding the mean using the direct method. So now we first of all find sigma f as well as we find sigma f into x. Sigma f into x. Okay, now we are adding them, which is this is 40 here. After adding their frequencies, we get what? 40. Now sigma f into x. So this is 0. 360. 360. So in this way we prepare this column and we find sigma f and as well as sigma fx. Now we using the formula. So in this way we find that value. Now using the formula. Now we using the formula for mean. So we know that mean x bar is equal to sigma f into x upon sigma x. You know that in direct method we using that formula. Now we put the values. So that is mean is equal to sigma fx means for 360 upon sigma f is what? 40. Now 0 0 cancel to each other. 4 9 is 36. So the mean of the given data is 9. This is the required question of the, and this is the required answer of the given question. Okay, and also one important thing, mean is the unitless quantity. Mean is the unitless quantity because of it is the ratio of two similar quantities. Okay, so this in this way, dear friend, you can solve each and every questions of your NCERT exercise based on direct method to finding the mean of the given data. Now clear everyone, dear students? Okay, now we take now we are going to take and solve some other important questions based on direct method to finding the mean of group data. Let's see. and the question is, if the mean of the following distribution, this is a very important question, this is a very important question, if the mean of the following, if the mean of, if the mean of the following distribution is 6, following distribution is 6, if the mean of the following distribution is 6, find the value of p. Find the value of p, and your distribution is x is given as variable 2, 4, 6, 10, 2, 4, 6, 10 p. Sorry, 2, 4, 6, 10 p plus 5. This is p, and their respective frequencies are, their respective frequencies is also given 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1 and 2. Okay, dear friends. So here, if the mean of the following distribution is 6, mean of the following distribution is 6, find the value of p, means p be the variable, to find the value of p. Now we simplify that question by the same method which we just solving our question. Now let's see its solution. First of all, we prepared a data for tabulation x, and their corresponding frequencies, and also we write another column f into x. Okay, we prepared this data column. So x is what? This is 2, 4, 6, 10, and last one 3 plus 5, and their respective frequencies are 3, 2, 3, 1 and 2. Now what I do? Now we just multiplying them. 3 to the 6, 4 to the 8, 6 3 the 18, 10 1 the 10, and we multiply with this means what? 2p plus 2 5 the 10. So in this way we just multiplying them. Now you know that for finding the mean, the formula is what? Sigma fx upon sigma f, and the concept of sigma is what? Addition. So we just adding f and fx. Now look. So here sigma f is what? 11. Sigma f is 11, and sigma fx is what? Let's see, sigma f into x is what? So 10 plus 20. No. Means 2p plus 52. Okay, so 2p plus 52. Now after adding sigma f we get 11, and after adding sigma fx we get 2p plus 52. Now we have the mean of the given distribution, so we apply the formula for mean. Thus the formula for mean is sigma f into x upon sigma f. Now we put the value of its mean. Its mean is what? 6. So here we write 6. Sigma fx we write 2p plus 52 upon sigma f is what? 11. Now we just multiply, cross multiplication. So 2p plus 52 is equal to 66. Now from there this is 2p is equal to 66 minus 52. 66 minus 52. Now look, we simplify them. So we get 2p is equal to 6 minus 2, that is what? 4. This is 1. So the value of P is what? 14 upon 2. 2 sevens are 14. Thus, the value of P is 7. So for this distribution, the value of P means the required solution of the given question is what? 7. Okay, dear students. So in this way, dear students, you can solve each and every questions of your NCERT exercise based on these topics. So please, dear students, do more and more practices of that type of questions. After that, you complete your NCERT exercise. Okay. Now we take and solve one more question based on direct method. Okay, let's see. Now, our question is find the missing frequency. Find the missing frequency. Your question is find the missing frequencies if the mean of the given distribution is if the mean of the given distribution is 1.46. Okay, and your given data is, we just simplify them. Okay, and variable is what? 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, this is 0 1 2 3 4 5, and their respective frequencies are 46. This is f1, this is f2, 25 10 and 5, and here this is total. It is given that 200. Okay, now look, this is the questions. So in that question we find what? We find the missing frequencies as f1 as well as f2. Okay, we finding the values of f1 as well as f2. Now look, what I do? Now we apply the mean of the given distribution is already given. Now first of all we form column what? F into x, because of we know that the formula for mean is what? X bar is what? Sigma fx upon sigma f. We already know about that formula. So first of all we prepare a column. So here we get what? 46 zeros are zeros. Okay, now this is f1, this is 2 f2, this is 75, this is 40, this is 25. Now sigma fn, here sigma f is given already 200, to sigma fx is equal to what? Now we adding what? 75, 25, 100 and 40, 140 plus f1 plus 2f2 plus f1 plus 2f2. Now what I do? Now from question here the sum of these frequencies is 200. It means that 46 plus f1 plus f2 plus 25 plus 10 plus 5 is equal to what? 200. Now from there we form an equation. So we get what? Let's see. 25 plus 5, this is 30, 10, 40, 86 plus f1 plus f2 is equal to 200. From there f1 plus f2 is equal to 200 minus 86. So we have 114. So f1 plus f2 is equal to 114. Take equation number 1. Take equation number 1. So in this way, by the help of that expressions, we form an equation f1 plus f2 is equal to what? 140. Okay, dear students. Now what I do? Now from formula, by formula, now x bar is equal to sigma fx upon sigma. So from there, x bar is 1.46 is equal to sigma fx is given as f1 plus 2 f2 plus 140 upon sigma f is what? 200. Now we do their cross multiplication, so we multiply 292 is equal to, this is f1 plus 2 f2 plus 140. So from there, f1 plus 2 f2 is equal to 292 minus 140. So from there we get what? f1 plus 2 f2 is equal to, this is what? 251 152 152. So this is equation number 2. Now in this way we form two equations. Okay, now we solving equation 1 and 2. Let's see. Now solving equation 1 and 2 we get. Now solving equation 1 and 2 we get what? Let's see. 1 is what? f1 plus f2 is equal to 114. 2 is what? This is f1 plus 2 f2 is equal to 152. Now minus minus minus, this f1 cancel to each other, this is minus f2 are there. Now we subtracting them, 152 minus 104, this is 8 and this is 4 now, this is 3 minus 38 minus 38, so minus minus cancel to each other, so f2 is equal to 38. Now using equation 1, now from equation 1, f1 is equal to 114 minus 38. 114 minus 38, do we get what? 76. So this is one answer, this is another answer. Thus we are in this way the value of f1 and f2 is, f1 is what? 76 and f2 is what? 38. This is the required solution of the given question. Thus dear students, in this way in today's class we take and solve the very important chapter, discuss a very important chapter of your syllabus, which is statistics, and in that chapter we discuss about the mean, and in that class 10 we discuss about the mean for group data. And in mean there are three methods: direct method, assumed method and step deviation method. So in today's class we discuss only the direct method, and we discuss about the formula for the direct method, and we take and solve all types of questions based on direct method. Now you revise, first of all you revise all the important questions which we discuss in that class, and complete your NCERT questions based on to find the mean of the group data by direct method. Okay, so first of all you revise all the questions and complete your NCERT exercise. Okay, which is very important. This method is very important for you and your upcoming examination. Okay, so please dear students, do more and more practices of that type of questions. Now dear student, thus in next class we take and discuss the next method to finding the mean of the group data, means direct method or assumed mean method, says as shortcut method. Okay, now thanks to all.